Hi, my beautiful friends. I hope you're all well. Welcome back to Owlets Tarot. For those of you who are returning, for anyone who's new, a very warm welcome. And thank you all, as always, for sharing this space with me, for sharing your valuable time and your energy with me. This is going... Is my mic on? Yep. This is going to be, excuse me, a general collective for Taurus. Recording it for the month of December. I can barely believe those words are leaving my mouth. December. Like, 2021 flew by. But for so many of us, myself included, 2021 has been a very heavy year, filled with a lot of, I'm speaking for myself now, filled with a lot of death of family members, death of friends, so it's not going to be a year that I am going to mourn watching depart, you know. I've been ready for 2022 since early in 2021. Because I knew that this year was going to have a lot of shit to bring with it. Now I'm not just talking about myself. I could feel that at the beginning of the year for the collective, and I know that many of you have been through a great deal yourselves. Anyway, here's hoping that 2022 ushers in a bit of something brighter. At the very least, a bit of something calmer. It is 10:30 at night. We've got loud vehicles passing by. My refrigerator kicked on, my stove kicked on. Like, just as I sat down to do this. But whatever. Alright, anything you need to know about this channel is down in the description box below. I'm not taking any private readings for the rest of the year. So yeah, private readings will be starting back up in January of 2020, 2021. January of 2022. If this is your first time here, you know, this is pretty much how it always is. But let's get on with this, because seeing how time is, you know, our most precious of assets, I don't want to waste any more of yours. The cards are already drawn for you, Taurus. Reason being, because I was called to use the Alchemical Visions Tarot. And for any of you who are familiar with these tarot cards, it's kind of silly even calling them cards. They're more like prints. I mean, this is the size of like a normal tarot card. And this is the size of the Alchemical Visions. So they're a bitch to shuffle. It's a process to draw the cards. And I would probably only have the first card drawn by now. Alright, so let's flip them over and see what we've got going on for you collectively. Dear Taurus, please keep in mind, these readings are general. They cannot resonate with everybody. So, you know, feel free to write whatever you want in the comment section, but if nothing in the reading really resonates with you, just please understand that it's not a personal reading. I'm reading for the Taurus collective, so everything can't resonate with every Taurus. You know, we're not we're not built like that, right? We're a bit more unique and individual. All right. Oh shit, I just saw what your cards are. Okay. All right. Recent past energy. Forget I don't really have to hold them that close. They're so fucking big. Recent past energy, we've got 3 of Swords. Moving into the current energy, we've got the 5 of Swords and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. So I just want to hold this card up real quick because I do feel like I don't know, I feel like the reason that I felt inclined to start this recording out with the words that I did is because the loss has been very heavy. The burden has been very heavy. The pressure has been very heavy. The heart has been very heavy. I mean, look at that big old fucking heart that poor man has to hold up. There's a lot of release happening. There's a need for release. There's a need to let certain things go. There's a need to kind of put your hands up and energetically block out this negative's not the right word, no, heavy's the only word that keeps coming. This very heavy energy, it's this need to say, you know, no more. I've carried you with me for long enough, and all that you're doing is preventing me from moving forward, preventing me from growing, preventing me from healing in the way that I need to heal. And we've got healing kind of steamrolling its way in. Because, yeah, you mean business with this Eight of Cups. You're ready to let go of some of this loss so that you've got a free hand for what comes next, the next chapter in your story. The chapter that you have felt stuck on for a while just feels like a burden you're carrying around. So, yes, we've had this very painful energy in the recent past. But this Three of Swords, it's pain, it's heartbreak, but it's also an energy that's right on the cusp of turning things around, right on the cusp of healing. Yeah, the storm is passing. The sea is calming. The rays of sun are starting to trickle back in. Now, current energy being the Five of Wands. This is really about a need to release and let go of toxic relationships. For some of you, abusive relationships. For many of you, perhaps abusive relationships, because we can be in an abusive relationship with someone else, right? Physically, verbally, spiritually. We can also be in an abusive relationship with ourselves, right? I was in a pretty nasty, verbally abusive relationship for a while. And I can honestly say that for as abusive as his words were, they couldn't hold a candle to the abuse that I inflicted on myself in the form of negative self-talk, negative beliefs, letting other people's thoughts and opinions of me seep into me and become a part of me, when I knew very well that their assessment of me was way off base. But this is also, again, calling to mind how easy you are able to forgive others or grant others allowances or just a bit of leeway that you wouldn't dream of granting yourself. So, however, this abuse resonates with you, if it resonates with you. It's time to heal it. It's time to let it go. It's time to recognize that you've got a job ahead of you. We've got the Page of Wands next. You've got places to go, people to see, things to create, new love to be felt. You've got amazing days ahead of you. And it may be hard for you to see that right now, coming out of such heavy energy. But you've got days ahead of you where if you are existing within a place of receptivity, arms wide open to, myriad possibilities, myriad colorful possibilities. Leaving the pain of the past at your feet. Not necessarily leaving it behind you. It's not something that you want to forget. It's something that you are still learning from. But you've set it down so that you're now open to whatever comes next on this journey. Whatever chapter comes next, you're ready for it. You're ready for the unknown, into the unknown. There's a lot of mystery. There's a lot that can't quite be made out yet. Like I said, it's hard for you to see how these really spectacular and love-filled days are ahead. Sometimes it's hard to see and fully believe that when we're in the midst of a dark place. But the moon offers its own illumination, and the moon illuminates the darkness. It provides enough light for you to be able to make out the picture. You're being asked to have patience with yourself and with others. Also patience, because what happens when, someone switches the lights out on us, right? It takes some time for our eyes to adjust. And the moon isn't the sun. Like I said, it gives off just enough light. For you to begin to see how things are lining up, how things are, you're beginning to see how things can come together. You're beginning to see how in many ways you've really kind of been turning away from yourself, not wanting to look at yourself, not wanting to face yourself. Again, this brings me back to this Five of Swords, this borderline abusive relationship that you have with yourself right now. That with patience and with healing, you are able to reach a place of emotional stability again. You are able to refill those cups that were drained, all the emotionally draining energy that 2021 and 2020, for many of us, was really steeped in. So when we reach this point, this is where we're fully able to see just how drastically things turn around. Final card out, Strength. Once you've been able to tap in to your strength, once you've been able to shift and adjust your strength, because I feel like you've been very strong for others, and you're now realizing that it's time to be strong for yourself, because you have nothing more to give. You're depleted. It's now about letting go, healing, mending the toxic relationship that at times you seem to have with yourself. It's about opening yourself up to new possibilities that aren't yet fully illuminated, but you're beginning to make out the blueprint of things. You're beginning to see how it is that these cups that haven't just felt drained, but have felt shattered, have felt, at times like there's no possible way these cups can be refilled. You're beginning to see just how you've been blocking some of your blessings by staying stuck in that stagnant, heavy energy that you're now finding the strength to shake off. And the wildwood, or the woodland, the hell's the name of this deck? The Earthbound Oracle cards that I pulled for you. We've got Arcana, Self, and Gift. So it really ties well into this reading. The mystery of how to move forward. The idea of healing seeming like a mystery that you can't quite figure out. this idea of being able to move on, being able to release and let go with grace, being able to live more fully and love again, even deeper. It's hard for you to see how this is possible. And then it's almost like your heart wakes up. As things begin to become more clear. You begin to more fully embrace the self. This is about healing the self. This is about loving the self, forgiving the self, forming a better relationship with self. And that's really when the gifts start to make themselves known. The gifts of light, love, happiness, hope, joy. The gift of restoration, emotional restoration. And the gift of recognizing all of the strengths that you have within you. Because it took a lot of strength to get through what you've been through. And not just to get through it, but to be there for others emotionally. Well, you were going through just as much. And that's kind of, that's beautiful that you could be that for others. But now it's important to recognize that, if the gas tank is on empty, the motherfucking car isn't getting anyone anywhere, Yeah. So it's time to tap back in to those reservoirs of strength that you have. End of 2021 showed you nothing else. Hopefully soon what you'll be able to see and fully recognize and appreciate is that you're one strong motherfucker. Because this energy is hard enough to get through on your own, focusing on yourself, focusing on your grief, focusing on your healing. But all of that has been put on the back burner. You've showed so much strength to others, so much love you've given to others. And now is the time to recognize that you need to start giving that love to yourself. You have it within you, the strength within you, to begin the process of rebalancing yourself emotionally, allowing these cups to fill back up by knowing what it is you have to release, what it is you have to block, what it is you have to let go and be done with. Allowing the mysteries of life to re-enchant. Allowing your heart to wake back up, and inviting in the gifts that you're more than deserving of. All right, and this is where I have to let you go, dear friends, because I'm about ready to lose space. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please leave a comment or a thumbs up. And until we see each other again, stay safe, stay calm, stay well, and take great care of yourselves, okay, first and foremost. And then take care of those around you. I love you all for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.